I'm Marvin Plackett, and today is Thursday, March 25th. Sure hope you're doing well. Greetings to all residents, to all staff, and to all guests. First, I want to start out by saying hello to two of my good friends. One is Sharon at Episcopal Church Home, and the other one is Shirley at the Gardens. Warm hello to you. Hope you're having a good day. It's a sobering moment in the sense that it's been a long time since we have had an active COVID case. But we at this time, for the first time in about 8 weeks, we have 2 active COVID cases at this time at Episcopal homes. Both are at Episcopal Church Home, okay? And both are staff, 0 residents. And we're sure hopeful that, of course, it's going to be contained to just these 2 staff. Both staff do not have symptoms, so they're asymptomatic. It simply was routine testing that surfaced the fact that they had caught COVID. And so as a result of this, it does change some of our plans, of course, for opening up, turning the dial, as Governor Walz would say. Our 2 nursing homes in Iris Park Commons, they were fully opening to guests. Those guests had to, friends, family, they had to first sign up for a specific time, but otherwise opening it up to all guests. Well, that can continue at the Gardens and at Iris Park Commons, but not at Episcopal Church Home. Only compassionate care visits are allowed at Episcopal Church Home. So connect with the staff at Episcopal Church Home if you fall in that category of compassionate care visitor. And then they will make that happen, of course. Otherwise, for Episcopal Church Home, there's no coming and going. There's at least 2 weeks of isolation for residents and staff that work at Episcopal Church Home. Elsewhere at Episcopal homes, in all of our other communities, we have opened up some. Again, turning the dial. It's not back to normal, but we have opened up some. So some of the things, like, for instance, starting this upcoming Tuesday, that's Tuesday of next week, we are going to be opening up once again our bistro. And the bistro is going to be open to residents and staff and their guests. So guests of our residents can come and meet you in the bistro, have coffee, lunch, breakfast together, whatever you decide. That is, once again, except for those that are at Episcopal Church Home. Once again, there, no coming and going from Episcopal Church Home because of the 2 active cases of COVID at this time. In terms of the zones, we're not sticking with the zones at this time. So residents and staff are free to mix about, except at Episcopal Church Home. But in going to and fro, as you're going about, maybe to the bistro, or as you're going to the beauty salon, or wherever you might be going, right? You need to be wearing your masks and physically distancing, okay? And at the bistro, when we do open it up, the tables are going to be spaced out so that physical distancing can be maintained as best as possible. Let's see. I'm referring now to an article that was in today's front page of the Star Tribune. I'm going to just read a few excerpts from that article. Tiny minority getting virus despite shots. So far, less than 1/10 of 1% contracted COVID after vaccination. Minnesota has identified 89 what they're calling breakthrough cases, infections of the virus. None are among the recent deaths, okay? Let's see. Yes, people get COVID. That is after being fully vaccinated. Fully vaccinated is defined as getting both shots of Moderna or the Pfizer, getting both shots, and then 2 weeks after the second shot. That is what's viewed as fully vaccinated. Yes, people get COVID, but people in general do overall better, according to this one doctor at Minnesota Health Fairview. Again, jumping ahead. So 800,000 Minnesotans have already been fully vaccinated, got both shots of Moderna or Pfizer and already are post 2 weeks after that. So 800,000 Minnesotans have already gotten it, and there are 89 known cases where there has been a breakthrough case where someone they've been fully vaccinated and still gotten COVID. So that is a little bit less than 1 in every 9,000 cases. State Infectious Disease Director Chris Harrisman said the fraction of fully vaccinated people who still contract infections was expected. Clinical trials suggested that Pfizer and Moderna vaccines were 95% effective. I think that since we've been vaccinated, we tend to think it's 100%. We're good to go. But from the beginning, we've been told that those vaccines are 95% effective against the virus, COVID. Now that's fantastic to be at 95% effective, but it's not 100%. That's the point, okay? And that's why we still have then the measures in place that we do of wearing our masks when we're going about and physically distancing. We are opening it up in terms of visitation and the bistro, and you'll see other changes in the offing, but yet we are still maintaining our masks and our physical distancing as we're going about. And we're encouraging everybody to get the vaccine, everybody that hasn't yet gotten it. Quote again from Chris Harrisman, "We should not be fooled into seeing such a case," the case count of 0.1%. "We should not be fooled into seeing such a case as a reason to doubt the vaccine effectiveness." That is right. The vaccine is tremendously effective, as science has shown us. 95% effective, not 100%, but 95%. So 0.1% so far in Minnesota have contracted the virus, even though they've been fully vaccinated. Okay, so if you have any questions about visitation policies, any questions about what is changing or happening or what's opening up, what's not, check with the manager of your community, all right? Okay, it is, I believe, time to read birthdays for this week. Okay, here's our birthdays from our various communities. Sonny Jew from King's Crossing, Bernice Mister from Cardi Heights, Marla Kavanaugh from Cornelia House, Judith Nass from Cornelia House. Excuse me, sorry about that. Odessa Smith from Cardi Heights, Jeannie Felder from The Gardens, Jeanette Deal from Seabury, Lois Carlin, The Gardens, Henrietta Warwick, The Gardens, Iola Harrison from Episcopal Church Home. So, take care everyone, be smart, enjoy the sunshine, enjoy spring, enjoy mixing as you're able to, and enjoying the turning of the dial as we open up our communities somewhat, okay? And incidentally, I forgot to mention the 2 staff that have active cases at this time from Episcopal Church Home, neither have symptoms, so they're doing well. Excuse me, and of course they're not scheduled to work until after the period of time has passed where they are fully recovered and no longer have any chance of having symptoms or any chance of spreading it. All right, good to see you all. I look forward to seeing you in 1 week.